Hello friends, welcome to our next session. This is Srinivas from My Techno Journal. And in earlier session, we discussed some of the tax scenarios. And in this session, we'll see another tax scenario, that is how we can create tax rule on basis of customer tax registration status. Okay. So our scenario is that the intra-community customers, for intra-community customer who are member of European Economic Union. So the tax rate for these customers is 0% intra-community. But the condition that the customer should be registered with the respective tax authority, then only this 0% tax rate will be applied. But if the customer is not registered, is unregistered customer, and still it's a member of that European Economic Community, then 0% special tax rate will not be applicable. The standard rate of 19% will be applicable in this case. Okay. So in this way, we are defining or we are calculating tax on the basis of customer tax registration. If the registration status is yes, then it will give certain tax rate. If the customer is not registered, then it will attract some different rate. So how we can define this system in tax module? So this is, you can see here, this is the rule name we have created. Okay. So these are all the tax determinist factors and conditions. So the customer belongs to European Economic Community, but it's not registered. Okay. If the customer is registered, it will not consider, even if you are not giving this condition that whether this customer registered or not, then it will give you intra-community 0%. But if you add this condition, like to enjoy the special 0% intra-community tax, the customer should have a registration with the concerned tax authority. So let us go to system and click on setup and maintenance. So search for the tax, manage tax registration. Okay. Manage tax registration. Navigate to this screen, and here you can see legal reporting, unit tax profile, and third-party tax profile, third-party site tax profile. Okay. So what we can do, we'll select third-party tax profile, and we'll set the registration status as no for this customer. So it should be European Union customer. So that already we have defined. Just select this customer. So this is test France customer. Just select it. Sorry, third-party site tax profile, just select. So the party name is test France customer, and we just need to see if the customer is registered or not. So now you can see the tax registration detail is blank here. Just click on add button and the party site number. Just select the tax registration status is null, not registered. Site number you can select here, party site number. Okay. So site number we can select here, party name is test France customer. And the registration status, we can give the start date as January 1st, 2001. Tax registration status is not registered. The tax engine will only look for this attribute, whether the customer is registered or not registered. If it is registered, then it will calculate 0% tax. If it is not registered, then it will derive 19% standard VAT. Okay. Save and close. Sorry, tax regime code, that is Germany VAT. Save and close. So we configure the registration status of that customer, which is a European Union customer. Now next step, we will create one tax rule to let the system know that if the customer is not registered, it will give you the 19% standard rate. So manage tax rule. Navigate to manage tax rule. Tax rate rule. Select the rule type as tax rate rule. Click on add and select the rule name. Configuration owner is always global. Configuration owner. Start date is January 1st, 2001. Germany tax regime. Germany VAT. Standard rate. Sometimes this LOV is really event class is invoice. Tax determination factor set we'll create here directly. Give the factor name and factor code, and here what is our determination factor class, that is user defined geography. Okay. User defined geography bill to economic region. Again user defined geography, ship to economic region. So this is our custom tax zone. Then what is the next class? Transaction input factor is good. That is factor name is product type, and the registration status. Okay, registration status is click on the determination factor class as registration. Okay, so this is one seeded factor class is provided by system. So select the registration here, and what is the determination factor name? Registration status. Okay. So these are the four conditions for determination factor class we have added here. Now click on OK. Sorry. So I have to give the bill to party or ship to party here. Okay. So bill to party registrations status, and again I have to add for ship to status. So registration, ship to party, and registration status. Okay. So for this determination factor class, we have to add the both class qualifier, ship to party and bill to party. So our party is same. Click on next. Now create our tax condition. Give your condition code, condition name. So the user defined geography bill to is equal to European Economic Community. Again the ship to should be European Economic Community. Product type is good. You can also create separately for service. The registration status is either registered or not registered. So our party, bill to party and ship to party, both are same, but they are not registered. So earlier with same customer we have created tax rules and it was deriving 0% tax. But now we have added the registration as one of the conditions. So it should attract now the standard Germany VAT. So click on OK. So now for these conditions, what is the result? The result should be standard VAT. Okay. So it should be domestic tax. Save and next. Enable the tax rule, that is GRIN bill to EU, ship to EU, non-registered. Enabled and submit. So now we have created our tax rule. So let us validate this tax rule. Doing one simulator. Transactions, manage simulation, manage simulator transactions, journey business unit, Our business unit document event class is sales invoice. Document number is GER VAT 1. Query for this invoice. So this invoice, all the attributes are fine, like okay, so it's a Germany customer, so we have to change the customer to a intra-community customers, for which we have set the status as non-registered. Okay, so this is test France customer. Just click on edit and bill to and ship to customer name, test France customer. Select the site here. Product type is good, that's fine. Now save and try to execute the transactions and view tax line. But still we are getting the intercommunity VAT. Okay. So 0% we are getting. Again we are getting the 0% rate. So we need to check what exactly wrong with this tax rules, because we are getting this tax rule whatever we defined earlier for intra-community customers. Okay, so now rule order is 13. Click on done. We'll come back to this page again. So before that, let us analyze what is the missing part here. So manage tax registration. I just want to see, because we have given bill to and ship to address here, but for which address or which bill to side or ship to side we have changed the status, that we need to check. Third party site profile. Click on edit. So party site number is 992058, not registered. So I think this is fine. Save and close. So we'll go to tax rule and we'll try to change the rule order. Evaluation order will change and we'll see. Tax rate rule, just query with the Germany tax name, and all the tax rates we have defined earlier will be visible. So this is the tax rate we are getting now, and rule order is 13. But the recent one which we have created, that is 20. Okay, that is for non-registered customers. So what we can do, just change the rule order so that the system will give the priority as per the sequence. So we'll give it to the 13. Change the rule order to 13 to our latest rule so that it will get priority while calculating the tax. And this is we can give 20. So let us see whether it is working or not. Okay. So new rule order is 20 for the earlier rule, save and close. So now click on done. Again go to the simulator engine, tax manage simulator. Search for this transaction again. Event class is sales invoice. Journey VAT 1. Click on edit. And the product category also it should not be populated. So remove this. This is also a mistake we have done because we are not using this product category. We are selling the standard goods and service. This is not we are selling any medicine items. Okay, so that scenario already we discussed. So anyhow we removed it. And we'll see what is the tax is calculating. Save it. Due tax line. Now you can see. So now we can see the tax rate is 19%. So it is working as per our expectation. The rules we created for non-registered customers, non-registered EU customer. Okay. So this customer belongs to Belgium or France. It's a European Economic Union customer. But as the customer registration status is not registered, so it calculated 19% VAT. If we change the registration status to registered, then it should calculate again 0% intra-community tax. So we'll try to check that also. Okay. So now you can see the tax is calculated as 19%. Save and close. Again, go to the manage tax registration. Manage tax registration. And select for the customer name. So here search for the third party site tax profile. Test France customer. So what happens? The customer was, so scenario can be like this. So customer was non-registered. So after some times, after 1 or 2 months, The business informed the customer, this particular customer, that as you are not registered with the tax authority, so we will apply 19% tax. So please register with the tax authority to enjoy the 0% intra-community tax. So this customer reaching out to the tax authority and registering with the appropriate statutory and legal department. Okay. So now, once the customer is registered, they informed our business that already we have registered. Please update our registration information or registration status. So we got this information and we changed the registration status to registered. Okay. Now save and close. Now the tax engine again should behave differently. Earlier, without registration, it was calculating 19% VAT. Now it should again calculate 0% rate. So go to simulation again. Manage simulated transactions. Query for the transaction. GER VAT. So now the registration status of this customer is changed to registered, and now the tax engine should calculate 0% tax. So now you can see the tax status. Okay. Now you can see earlier it was 19% standard VAT was applicable. So once we updated the registration status, again the tax rate is 0%. Okay. I hope you understood this scenario. It's a very interesting scenario because this whatever scenario we are discussing here, these are all real-time scenarios. It's not like it's hypothetical. It's very much practical scenarios which are business are using, and each and every scenario you need to understand the requirement, and accordingly you have to derive the tax calculations. So all these tax engines depends on how you are creating your tax rules and how you are using your deterministic factor class to derive tax calculation. So I hope you understood this, all of the scenario we discussed till now. And in next session, whatever remaining scenarios or any final words regarding the tax module, we'll discuss. I am ending up this session for now. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.